Thank you for watching this clip of Not My Bag.
Make sure to like and subscribe.
And if you're listening, give a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, athlete.
Athlete, pop star, mum.
I know. You've got it all under your belt, haven't you? I wanted to ask as well, just personally, what is your favourite Pussycat Dolls song? Either to perform or just to listen to?
To perform when I grow up.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, I
it's
love
such
that
a
so
banger.
much. It is. It's truly. You loved that growing up as well.
That was a song that was played in our household, and I always used to sing it or like the chorus or something. Obviously, I was so young, I never realised it was the Pussycat Dolls or something. It's just a catchy song, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is. And I mean, Don't You is a classic. Like that
Yeah.
song will live on forever.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
100%.
Yes.
I used to get confused by that lyric, because I thought it was boobies, but it's not, is it?
It doesn't help that our dance move goes like that.
I remember that growing up, and I was like singing it as boobies, and then it's groupies, isn't it?
It's groupies. It is.
Honestly, the day I found that out was a sad fucking day. I tell you that. I was sat there and I was like, well, I've been singing that the whole time. You were singing it as well.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
it's
sure.
just it's easy to say, and it just rolls off the tongue.
So like, why? So after all the success and how amazing it was going, why did you guys decide to break up after, was it 10 years?
Yeah, I think it had been about 10 years.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a really difficult, hard decision to make, but ultimately the business of the Pussycat Dolls was really hard. They expected a lot of us, and what we were getting back it didn't really add up.
Okay.
And so I had every conversation I could to change the situation, but when, you realize that you can't, then you have to make a change yourself.
Of course.
So
Was there any
I had to.
members who really wanted to stay? Any members that really wanted to like disband? Were you like the sort of person trying to keep everyone together? What was it?
Yes, I was trying to keep everybody together, but I knew everybody was unhappy. So I was having those difficult conversations and getting all the label heads and lawyers and everybody into one room and I remember
Awkward conversations.
that weren't going anywhere.
Yeah.
And I wasn't just going to stick around for the unhappiness. I love what I do, and I didn't want that to be taken. So
And also, I guess you didn't want it to end really sour. If that makes sense. You know what I mean?
I didn't want it to end at all, but ultimately, I knew that the deal we had, it was the first 360 deal that had ever been done in the recording business.
Right.
And that's kind of pretty standard to this day. And I knew that it was always a stepping stone. It was never supposed to be forever. For them, it was made to be a moneymaker, and they were keeping us as
platform.
Yes, exactly. So I didn't want to miss my moment to jump from my little stepping stone to create whatever was going to come afterwards.
Yeah.
And so I just felt like I had to do it.
Because I remember seeing online that, correct me if I'm wrong here, because you never know what's true and what's not.
Yeah.
That with the deal that you had, it's almost like you were paid like a salary, like a cast member.
We were employees as well as artists.
So you weren't getting like the royalties from music as such. You were just getting kind of like paid. Like, is that right?
I mean, it's right to an extent.
Sure.
We certainly didn't make what most artists would make.
Okay, fine, yeah.
But I still can't complain because the platform that we got, and we knew what we were getting into. And if I went back, I would probably do it again.
Yeah.
But that means that you make different choices as you're growing, because you got to watch your own back, because nobody else is, honey.
Yeah, no, it sounds like a really hard business to be in 100%.
We've had a couple of conversations with people who obviously were at the top like you guys, and they've all kind of said the same thing. You just got to watch your back, and it can get quite lonely at the top, because obviously you're at a point where everyone wants to be that like number one, or do you know what I mean? So
it's also a lot of artists don't even make money from touring and things like that, do they? Like you're put through the paces, you've got to do all that stuff, and realistically, you're not actually making anything back from it. Like the stories you hear, you just sit there. That's why a lot of people I know, like Ray's done it recently, Tinashe did it, like going independent, and Iggy Azalea, and just doing things on their own. That's a lot more common now, isn't it, of artists doing that as well? So
Yeah.
yeah,
It's a much different world than it once was.
I know. I was going to say that things have changed a lot. So I have a question that I really wanted to ask you for a very long time, and it is: I heard that "Just Dance" by Gaga was initially intended for Pussycat Dolls. Is that true?
It is true. In the very beginning, Lady Gaga was signed to Interscope mostly to write songs for the Pussycat Dolls.
No
And Just
way.
Dance happened to be a song that was written for us, but management or whoever passed on it, and was the song that broke her as an artist.
That is insane.
Yeah.
do you ever think like, what if what if the Pussycat Dolls had that
I just
song?
can't see it being a Pussycat Dolls song though.
It's so iconic as Gaga's. Like,
I think that's the thing now, isn't
Yeah.
it? Maybe at the time it might
I know,
have been,
I could
but
definitely see you guys on stage popping moves and stuff to just
Yeah, we
dance.
could.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
the leg bend to just dance.
Yeah. But look, it is what it is. I just wanted to ask quickly, is there anything, probably isn't, there might be, is there anything that you'd ever, if you could go back, you'd like change or anything about the whole, I don't know, like the world you were in with the group or anything?
Yeah, I mean, because I would have loved to. I love being a Pussycat Doll. There's nothing like being on stage with the girls, but the business behind it made it almost, it was too
Intolerable, sort of.
intolerable. That's a
big word
word.
for me as
well.
It's
Yeah,
a big word.
That was a
Well
big
done.
word,
Yeah, yeah.
It really added. And I just wish it could have gone differently. Everybody wanted to make money off of us. Everybody did, but it meant that it killed it, and I think that's really unfortunate.
Yeah, no,
So
I
I'd
agree.
go back and fix
I
that.
think sometimes when you don't stop liking the thing that you loved before and then things get in the way, it's really hard to get that back, isn't it? 100%.
And there's strength in numbers. I think when you're on stage, if you allow everybody to really shine, I think that gains a bigger audience, and it relates to so many more people. And I know within that group, there was so much talent that we'd only just sort of scratched the surface. So if I was to go back, I feel like it's a bit of a shame that we never really got a chance to show what that group was really made of.
Yeah, no, I agree. Well, I was